This is 91.1 The Avenue. We're coming to you with our Mile of Music coverage. We're talking all things Mile 8. With me is Mr. Mile himself. Those are my words, not his. Christopher Gold. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
I would bet that no one has more Mile sets than you.
I have been told that. I have
count
not
these
crunched
things?
the numbers.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that would certainly, if they don't have me beat, they would be very close. I know.
Who's in the running?
I know Walt has done a bunch.
Right.
Walt Hamburger, punk rock legend Walt Hamburger.
Correct.
I know Eric Krieger has done a bunch, and they're both great and like real talented. And if I have to give up my sash and crown to one of them, I'd be happy to do it.
You've got 4 sets as Christopher Gold solo this year. 4 with Christopher Gold and the New Old Things.
Yes.
Decidedly different experiences.
Very, very different experiences.
But all fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a lot of fun either way. They're different experiences, which I like a lot because you get to sort of exercise 2 different parts of your personality. Like the solo shows lately are very heavy on like storytelling and interaction and that kind of thing. And the band shows lately have been very high energy and very loud, and there's no acoustic guitars present at the band show, just a lot of amps turned up real high.
In case anybody's listening that's not familiar with Christopher Gold, you should check him out at Mile of Music in both formats. If you are someone who loves very lyric-driven folk Americana kind of things, then Chris is your guy. And he's got the stage at Lawrence Memorial Chapel again for a time as a solo. And then you are playing with your band. If you want to, blow your hair back a little bit.
There you go.
Find him at Jones Park. You're kind of closing out Sunday with being on stage solo at the chapel and then at Jones Park. So,
yeah, it feels real good that the people, Ian and Taylor and Dave and everyone behind the scenes are kind of taking a shot on us a little bit. Like we're never we don't make any of the lists beforehand. Like you got to go see this band and this band. Every year we've never been like the buzzy band, but we play to full rooms and people have a good time. So we're excited to see how that works out.
Definitely. And that's more a function. I'm going to say you must see Christopher Gold. You heard it here. In case you haven't heard it anywhere else, which I doubt, but you must see Christopher Gold or Christopher Gold and the New Old Things. So Mile of Music number 8 is taking place in downtown Appleton. Come down, check it out. We're going to try to share as much as we can of it with you. Christopher Gold playing every day of the festival, once each day as a solo act, and once each day or more as Christopher Gold and the New Old Things. Get the app, check it out. The most up-to-date information is going to be on the Mile of Music app, so you don't miss anything you want to see. This is 91.1 The Avenue with our Mile of Music coverage. We're talking all things Mile 8. And with me is Christopher Gold. People are nuts, actually, trying to figure out what to see of, all the embarrassment of riches that are offered in Mile of Music. And the struggle is always, do I see my good old favorites,
right,
or people that I can see in other times, or do I see try to find new favorites? But here's the thing, that your old favorites, I would say, and you can back me up on this if it's true, is go see them at Mile because the energy is so different. You're going to catch your favorites in a way that maybe you haven't seen them before because the crowds and the energy and the vibe.
I would say for sure my show, both versions of my show, the quiet one and the loud one, they change quite a bit based on crowd behavior and interaction. So we've had Mile of Music sets where, like, if the crowd's real into it, it ends up with me climbing up on speakers and going out in the crowd and having that kind of fun. And the other nice thing is every year we get people that approach us after a show and thank us for making the trip because they don't know that we live here.
Yeah.
And we've just kind of been leaning into it. We started jokingly just telling people we were from De Tonto, California, which is a town that doesn't exist. And this one very nice lady not last year, but last festival, she thanked us for making the trip and asked where we were from. And we said, oh, we're from De Tonto, California, and this is just like an off date with our tour with Jackson Browne. And she goes, oh, that's so great for you guys. That's so nice. And then I felt kind of bad.
That's what makes Mile magic, though.
Yes.
You know, is all those quirky, unexpected things that happen. You have any tales from the road on that one? along those lines?
My go-to Mile of Music story is always that first year I got to be in the chapel when Rodney Crowell was not even sound checking. He was just, they were setting everything up and he happened to have a guitar and he just started singing songs on stage in an empty Lawrence Chapel. And that was a trip to see like I think to a lot of people at Mile of Music, you end up seeing people that, like Rodney Crowell is someone who like means a lot to me as an artist.
Right.
And for a lot of people, it was just a name they had heard before. Right. And then afterwards, it meant a lot to them, and that's really cool. But to get to see a legend in the town you live in that kind of intimate setting was very cool. And then obviously Justin Townes Earle was there as well, and that was powerful. And I'm even more thankful now to have gotten the opportunity to play with him and spend some time with him and that kind of thing. He's very, very sweet to me.
It means even more in retrospect.
Yeah, and he was so kind to me. I have this story. I opened and then he played and then Rodney Crowell played and it was amazing. And I had a CD of mine in my pocket that I was going to give Justin Townes Earle because he's such a big deal to me. And we were talking and he sort of made this comment. He's like, I love doing like festivals and stuff, but it's like everybody's trying to give you their CD. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it's in my back pocket, and I'm just like, that'd be cool. And then we just ended up hanging out for like 20 minutes. And it was time for him to go because he had another show the next day and he had to drive. And he started walking away, and he stopped and turned around. He goes, hey, you got a CD on you? And I was like, maybe, let me check. Like, and I have one right in my back pocket, and I handed it to him. And he was, he was just very, very encouraging and just real sweet to me as someone who maybe had, plenty of reasons to not be super nice to the local opener that he'd never heard of, and he was very generous and kind, and that means a lot to me. It meant a lot to me before. It means even more now.
I love those stories, those chance encounters that you're able to have at the Mile of Music. So Mile of Music number 8 is taking place in downtown Appleton. Come down, check it out. We're going to try to share as much as we can of it with you. And Christopher Gold, he's playing every day of the festival, once each day as a solo act, and once each day or more as Christopher Gold and the New Old Things. Get the app, check it out. The most up-to-date information is going to be on the Mile of Music app, so you don't miss anything you want to see. Thanks for joining us, Christopher. We'll see you at the festival. 91.1 The Avenue's coverage of Mile of Music brought to you with the support of Nicolet Bank. Nicolet Bank is a supporting partner of The Avenue.